I don't know. They see me every day, and and I happen to be alongside those guys, and I'm just trying to. For me, I'm trying to do whatever it takes to help our team win. And it's great to know when your teammates appreciate what you do, and I just try to give it all back to them, the best way I can.
Do you feel like you're playing that way?
Um, I don't know. I've had some great playoff runs before. I don't know if this is the top right now. We'll see in less than a month.
Well, you like to keep things lighthearted, keep things loose, but in the playoffs, just from our demeanor, looking at you, it's like you're just being really focused and tuned. Is that something that you feel like you have to have that type of zone-in mindset going in right now?
The switch that I hit during the postseason. The regular season is so long. It's being intense and stone faced during the regular season. It's too long. Too many games, too many road trips, and it can make the game very stale. But during the postseason, I understand. It's a different season, and that's a different approach. It's just how I approach it.
LeBron, have you been able to figure out anything technical with your three-point shot?
No, it's just I haven't been in a good rhythm, and shooting the ball, but it hasn't stopped me from doing what I need to do as far as helping our team. And the three-point shot is something that if I was a player that needed that shot to be effective, then it would affect my game, but it doesn't. I mean, if I make a few, I'll take them. If I don't, I'll stop taking them, and I'm able to do other things to still be effective. So.
Ron, your game's been scrutinized since you were in high school. Because of that experience, does that give you some empathy for what Coach Blatt experienced this year?
Well, anytime someone is scrutinized for nothing, I'm able to relate. For him in his instance, obviously, we knew that a lot of people were going to say things that didn't mean much, but that's just what they have to do. That's what helps sales. That's the people love reading the negative things more than the positive things. So I think he's handled the situation unbelievably. Being a rookie coach in the NBA, being able to take this team to the finals, I think he's done a hell of a job.
Does he maybe deserve more credit than he's gotten?
I don't think he cares about that. It shouldn't matter getting credit from other people. Who cares? It's all about how we credit each other. That's inside all these floors every day in this practice facility, in the game, film sessions, things of that nature. So it shouldn't matter what everybody else says.
You're shooting almost 50% inside the arc in the playoffs. Does that mean do you have to keep taking the three, or they'll just zone you up, or what?
You keep the defense off guard. That's what I want to do. If I have, it's not like I'm taking crazy three-point shots. If the shot's there, I'm taking it. And shoot it with confidence.
Kind of short sometimes more than anything.
They've been short, they've been long, they've been left, and they've been right. They haven't been in. So I've gotten some great work in, this week. So we'll see what happens.
LeBron, over the course of your career, most teams only have one guy that can realistically try to stop you and try to guard you. How do things change, and does your approach change at all when guys throw multiple people at you that aren't matching you just sub for sub, and that they kind of rotate to give you different looks?
It doesn't change. We still got the same uniform on. Don't change at all. My approach doesn't change no matter who's guarding me.
Do you feel like when teams have done that, I can't think of too many opponents you've had that have tried to do that, but do you feel like that's an attempt to try to fatigue you a little bit by throwing multiple bodies at you?
No, I just think it's it's a luxury to have multiple bodies that can defend any offensive player. In Golden State case, they have multiple bodies they've shown this year, and in the past, even when I was playing in Miami, to be able to go to Iguodala, Harrison Barnes, Draymond, Clay, they have multiple bodies that can kind of, that they will put on me. So, but it doesn't affect what I need to do.
Do you feel like the league is shifting in that direction in part to try to figure out how to guard you and players of your strength and size?
If they are, the league ain't doing a good job of it.
Hey, LeBron, I apologize in advance if this is at all confusing, but if you could go back to July with your letter and in August with the reception at Akron, what was your perception of how the fans reacted to you coming back? And was there any way in which you shared feelings with those fans, like you had the same feelings?
I think the letter spoke for itself at the time. I understood what I meant to this community, what I meant to this state, through Northeast Ohio and the fans here and the people here. And I just want to try to give it all back to them as best way I can. And both on the floor and off the floor, as a role model, as a basketball player, as a father, whatever the case may be. And I think they recognize my passion, not only on the floor but off the floor, and I recognize their passion as well. So it's mutual.
LeBron, forgive me for asking a non-Cavs question, but what do you think about Wade potentially opting out of Miami, how that may change things?
So what happened?
Wade, he's talking about opting out down in Miami because they don't want to see him match whatever he's looking for contract-wise.
He said that?
That's what people are saying.
Did he say that?
That's what the reports are saying.
I'm not commenting on it. If Dwayne Wade didn't say I'm opting out, then I'm not commenting on that.
Ron, the first time you saw Steph, I think in person, maybe you'd seen before, was at Ford Field, and you were pronounced in your belief that he would be a good player in the league. A lot of people thought he was too frail. What did you see even then?
I saw a kid who didn't care how big someone was, how fast someone else was, how strong someone else was. He just went out and played. He wasn't going to let anything as far as the analytics when it comes to size, power, strength, speed, stop him from what he was able to do. And, it's great to see someone like that who doesn't get caught up in, people going after guys who can jump higher and run faster and run through a wall harder, things like that. He was just out there playing free and loving the game. And he had a bunch of guys on his team. I don't know if I can name one of them right now. I don't think you guys could either. Fire level, and that's something I definitely caught eye to.
LeBron, how is this team different than the team that went to the finals in '07?
So long ago. We're much younger. As far as experience, we had a more experienced team. We was a much older group of guys. I think this team is probably a little bit more athletic, have a little bit more firepower offensively. What kept us in the game in '07 all throughout the season is how well we defended. Very, very well. But we always got at some point throughout the game and just had scoring laws where we couldn't score the ball. We definitely have more, our offensive power here.
Regular season matchup with the Warriors, you go for 40 plus. You hold Steph Curry as a team 5 for 17 shooting, I believe. After you got that win, did you think about how significant it'd be if you meet them later on?
There's a few teams in the West that I thought, if we could take care of our business here, that we could match up with them. There was one of them, along with San Antonio and the Clippers. And when we went against those guys here, when I wasn't playing in Golden State, I thought, obviously, thoughts come into your mind if you face them in June, how great it would be to compete against them.
Along the lines of what Joe asked you earlier, when you combine where you're at physically and mentally, all the experience you've gained, are you at the best you've ever been right now?
I think if you put it all together, yeah. If you put everything together, as far as my mind, my body, my game, you put everything in one bottle, this is probably the best I've been.
Is this you about Mozgov's game since you've become teammates? I mean, what was your impression of him before, and then now that you play with him?
I had much impression of him before. He was too in and out of the lineup in Denver, so you didn't really get a full glimpse of him. In New York, his stint was short. When he got here, the first thing I recognized how mobile and how agile he was from baseline to baseline. And, that's the one thing that impressed me from the beginning.
When you went to Miami, how much attention did you still pay to these guys with the 26-game losing streak and all that was going wrong? I know you had your own issues to worry about in Miami, but you also are a student of the game. How much did you watch?
I paid attention to it, and I saw what was going on, and, you were just hoping at some point, they would be able to, to win some ball games, and, but at the same time, what I was going through my first year in Miami, I couldn't really pay too much attention to anything else, but just trying to get through the mud that I was trying to get through, and figure out a way to be productive.
How different is Golden State just in terms of, I guess Atlanta is maybe a good preparation for it, but just in terms of the recognition and helping and realizing who's left out there on the perimeter and who you can really leave?
Well, you can't really leave anyone. Coach Kerr do a great job of putting guys on the floor that can make plays no matter who it is. Can't really leave anyone. They're high motor guys, and you can't relax for 1 second defensively or they make you pay. It's almost like playing San Antonio. San Antonio, can't shoot the ball as great as those guys did, even though Danny Green and Patty Mills and even Kawhi got it going at times. But their motor, and it starts with the point guard, Tony Parker and Steph Curry, their motor, getting the ball into early offense and getting those guys moving is something that you can't coach and something that you have to be aware of defensively at all times.
Brian, you're pretty happy with the preparation this week and where you guys are at right now?
Yeah, absolutely. We still got, 3 days left, 2.5 tomorrow, Wednesday, and partly, on Thursday. And we'll be ready to go.
Can you describe the mood of the team?
Restless. Yeah, we're restless. We're ready to go. But we're not gonna discredit what we these next few days. We still have to get in the lab. We still have to go over our preparation, still prep. But we're restless. We don't like this much time off. I don't think anyone, the fans, I don't think you guys like this much time off. Y'all writing the same things every day now.
Come on.
You're not supposed to be I'm not reading. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing.
How much does the layoff help Kyrie?
Well, I mean, every day helps. We just whatever we can get out of him. And I think he's going to play game one. Whatever we can get out of him is a plus for us. He's been dealing with injuries throughout the whole postseason, and he's been working, getting some good work in. Off to the side at times. He's played a little bit with us, but not much. And so whatever we can get from Kyrie is a plus.